I'm gonna love you.
Alright guys, you're here with that diabetic guy Vaughn, and I'm going to show you guys how you should probably be playing as Vanessa Jones in Friday the 13th. I'm sure a lot of people out there are playing it wrong. I mean, people in my games are playing it wrong, and it pisses me off. I get real fucking frustrated because this chick is running up beside me every which way. Jason's fucking there all the time. I can't get away from these bitches. I swear to God, it drives me crazy. So I'm going to show you guys how to play. First, I'm going to explain kind of the perks that I use that you can use. I'm going to go over the skill set that she has and kind of explain that to you. And then after we do that, I have a full game playing as Vanessa. And basically you can kind of see how I play, how we interact between each other and whatnot, to give you kind of a better visual effect on that. So let's go ahead. Let's get started here. We'll start with the perks, like I said here. Basically, so I personally like to use the firecrackers because you get to start with them. It increases their stun radius as well, and it's a good tool to use to stop Jason if, for instance, he is not following you and he's following your other teammates. You're going to want to drop that firecracker down, get his attention, let them get a head start on you. Because you can sprint so fast, that's going to come in handy for you. I don't really use Grease Monkey. No, I don't use that. No, not for this character. No, that's just a waste. It's not going to help us either. I like to use this only because, starting with the medical spray, this chick, Jason does tend to come after her a lot, and that's because she has no sensibility. So I want to be able to heal myself right off the bat. I'm usually one of the first people spotted when I'm playing Vanessa, so are other people. So this heal spray, starting with it, comes in handy. Also, it increases the heal spray, so that's very, very useful. One of the other perks that are actually decent that you can interchange depending on how you like to play is this flare gun spotting effect perk. It allows you to stun Jason for an extra duration, just as the firecrackers, so you will be able to stun Jason longer. Plus, you don't have to stay within his grabbing range when using a flare gun, which is super beneficial for a character like you. So, with that said, you can swap that in between firecrackers if you would like, but the only problem is you don't spawn with the flare gun. So that's the crappy part. Now the map, and in my other videos I say that I always love to use this perk when starting, and for new players I suggest that if you get this perk, definitely use it. You definitely need to learn the maps and stuff like that. My situation now, I know the maps pretty darn well, so I don't actually have to use this. By the time I find a map in game, it doesn't really matter because I just know where I'm going. So with that said, you want to start with the map if you're a new player. If you're pretty experienced, don't really worry about it. Use one of these other perks, they'll help you out a lot more. This is a good perk, but typically don't really use that on this character. Not using that either. That we probably going to be calling the cops, or trying to at least anyways, playing as Vanessa. This perk, great perk. Great perk. Goes perfect with your skill set. Adds on 2 uses off of a medical spray. The benefit, you start with 1 heal spray with your other perk that I showed you over here. You start with this. Now you add this perk to it and you get 2 heal sprays, plus increases the healing even more on top of the other perk. So again, why I have my skill set set to firecrackers and starting with heal spray and additional heals out of the heal spray. That's why I like to use those three perks there. This is a perk that I'm personally not a fan of for this character. I mean, you're running around. This perk's not going to help that much unless you have a super good one. I don't typically use that. No. I don't think that there's any other perks that I'd necessarily... This can be helpful, okay? This perk can actually be helpful for going in and out of the windows because your character is so fast and elusive, this will be very beneficial for you, being able to run around corners, hopping in and out of windows, and just, you know, getting Jason to follow you, wasting time for other counselors to go ahead and do their thing, and kind of in the end it can come back to help you, because if they do get a car started, for instance, and they only have 3 players in and you've just ran Jason around, usually guys are nice enough to, you know, come find you, you hop in, you can escape, and, you know, you did your job, they did their job, and it's a win-win for everybody. Don't typically use these perks playing as Vanessa. I mean, you can use this one if you want, but there's just better perks. So, anyways, now let's talk about her skill set. So, her composure is garbage, utter trash. Jason picks you up. If you don't have a pocket knife, you're as good as dead. And the fear rate on this character increases so fast, which also makes Jason be able to sense you really, really badly. Kind of why you want to stay away from other counselors, because if he's sensing you, he's finding other counselors. So you want to take Jason as far the fuck away from everyone else. Do everyone else a favor, and please don't stay by them. You're gonna piss people off. Luck, decent, because if you, for instance, find a thing like a bat and you get in a situation where you have to combat with Jason, you will get more whacks at Jason with that bat than, you know, the majority of characters who have crap luck. Vanessa's repair is also trash, but you can use this to your advantage. And what you can do is, if you are trying to get Jason's attention, you can mess with him. If you have, say, counselors trying to install something at the car, and you are, say, all the way over at, I don't know, a generator that has been knocked out by Jason, you can start installing it, start doing the minigame on it, and mess up a few times, and it alerts Jason, and he automatically is going to think, oh shit, where's this person, and he's going to come find you. It's going to ping on the radar a bit, and he'll morph to you, and then now you give your counselors an opportunity to go ahead and start installing the other stuff in the car, do whatever the hell it is that they're trying to do. But that's just a little strategy that you can do. But don't be an idiot and go ahead and go to the car with a battery or gas or the phone fuse with the fuse and start trying to install stuff. You're gonna mess up, you're gonna alert Jason, he's gonna know, boom, you have something, and you're fucking everyone else over. Don't be stupid. Speed, I talked a little bit about this earlier. This chick can cut corners like you won't believe. You can zip up and down a corner, hop in a window before Jason even knew it hit him. Use this to your advantage. Run him around, hop in and out of windows, take him for a loop-de-loop, waste all the time you can, keep Jason on you. Do everything possible to do that. This character is perfect for it. Stealth, the worst stat, 1 out of 10. He will have you pinging on the radar so quick you won't know what the fuck hits you. You have to use this to your advantage, though, when playing as Vanessa. You can't go into a house and start hiding under beds, hiding in closets, doing all that stupid shit that you would do if you're playing as, like, Deborah Kim. You can't do that stuff with this character. So, again, use the stealth to your advantage. Jason's going to have you pinging, so know this. You're going to know that Jason's coming for you. Use this to your advantage and kite him around. Use your playstyle to help everyone else so that they can help you. The strength is below average on Vanessa, but again, this is why you want to pick up things like the shotgun, then the flare gun, obviously those two first, then get the bat. If you find a pot, if you find a wrench, you know, anything that you find that stuns Jason, you're going to want to pick up those things. I would avoid, you know, like the machete. The pipe I haven't found to be too good for me, personally. So I would avoid those things. Avoid the axe, because the chance of stunning them is a lot less than with those other things that I mentioned. So you're going to want to go ahead and try and use those tools to your advantage. But overall, what you want to do, just to recap when you're playing as Vanessa, is your job is to keep Jason occupied. You're going to want to kite him around. You're going to want to create opportunity and give other counselors time to do their thing. If Jason doesn't, catch on to you right away, and you hear counselors calling for your help or whatever, then that's the opportunity you have to take, where you go to them and you try and get Jason's attention, distract him, do things like I said, use the firecrackers, stun him, do things to get his attention to come follow you, create an opportunity for them to run away. So overall, Vanessa is a character that, in my opinion, she doesn't survive much. It's very difficult to play as her. But if you can play her very well, you can do very well, and your team can do very well. So I just wanted to let you guys know all that information before I go ahead and actually jump into the gameplay. I apologize in advance. My voice, for some reason, is very quiet in this video, but you can definitely hear the rest of my friends, no problem. And I hope that you guys get a good visual from this, and you learn a thing or two about how to play Vanessa from this video. So